What's good, Setup Crew? I'm coming back with another video. This on Shaking My Head Productions, and this is pretty much kind of explaining in a little bit more of the last video that I dropped. So I ain't gonna waste no time, and we just gonna jump straight into it.
A couple weeks ago, you were doing an interview and you talked about how you hope to end the war in Ukraine because it might help you get into heaven. How does this help? Does this help?
I mean, you know, I'm being a little cute. I don't think there's anything going to get me in heaven. Okay, I really don't. I think I'm not maybe heaven bound. I may be in heaven right now as we fly in Air Force One. I'm not sure.
And listen, I'm glad he said that, cause bro, wait, listen. Shout out to Bro Sanchez, cause they already know they stuck on here, which is what Operation Fishbowl, when they was trying to blow up the dome. They wasn't trying to blow up the dome. They was trying to get calculations of how high up the dome was, and they exploded in 5 different parts. And they was just trying to calculate how high the firmament is. Now, if you remember that Hennessy commercial, it's sort of like that. You can't just blow your way out of here. And if you try to, like a cell wall, if you try to just open up a hole big enough to get out, it's going to pretty much explode and maybe reset the civilization, which is the resets. Maybe that, I don't know about that part, but shout out Bro Sanchez. This is the video I'm finna react, and he explained this stuff. Yeah, that's why they make you think. That's why they hell, or they heaven is here on earth and hell is here, because in that last video that I watched, the material realm, which is what we're in, is pretty much a form of hell, or is hell. But yeah, they know they can't get out. So just like that Hennessy commercial, they wasn't blowing up the dome. They was just testing and seeing how high up it was from 5 different points, so they can get, and they can use it for probably Project Bluebeam, so they can cause aliens or the end of the world. And they not really that either, but for EMPs, when lightning look like it's striking a certain place or something like that. I'm gonna do the video.
I'm going to be able to make heaven, but I've made life a lot better for.
But that's why they running the world and doing what they is doing, because they know they can't get out without work. You can't get out of here without without raising up your frequency. You have to become a better person, and they know they can't do that. They greed and they ego won't let them, because they want to pretty much be like the real true God, but you can't. You can't do that, which is why they're trying to play God here on earth.
The people, and you know, as an example, had the election of 2020 not been rigged, you would have millions of people living just in Russia, Ukraine alone. That would have never happened, and it didn't happen for 4 years. And I knew Putin very well. It was the apple of his eye. All the things I've said would have never happened.
Still refuse to accept my godhood. Keep your own God. In fact, this might be a good time to pray to him. For I beheld Satan, and he fell from heaven like lightning. You're off the air.
I don't know what movie that was, but he pretty much explaining what I'm explaining, just using, or they, whoever the production team is, I guess, but they pretty much use these, what I'm saying, but they use real world, like they use examples from like movies, real world, just stuff that I be talking about that can further prove the evidence. They also pull up Bible verses.
Fastest man alive.
I ain't gonna lie, if you ain't watched that, now that was pretty good. The Flash on Netflix, the series, I like the movie too, but the series, I watched the movie first and then I watched the series because the movie just kind of course, it's a short form, but the series goes into pretty much everything that the movie, and I ain't gonna lie, it's a good, y'all should go check it out. And yeah, it has some pretty good predictions in it too, I ain't gonna lie. With the CERN collider, supposedly what made them, because of Dr. I forgot his name, but with the glasses and shit, he was in the wheelchair, but he was the one behind it the whole time. And well, actually,
when I was
Barry Allen behind it the whole time, but listen, I got it, but I ain't watching it so long that I kind of forgot. But I just know that Barry Allen, the wheelchair dude, made all of them superheroes, especially Barry Allen, because Barry Allen was trying to do some, listen, it's crazy. Just go watch this, a whole lot of twists and turns.
I saw my mother killed by something impossible. My father went to prison for her murder.
I don't recommend a lot of movies and shit, but that's a good one.
An accident made me the impossible. To the outside.
But don't watch it as entertainment though. Watch it as like trying to get information, because that's how they, once again, play tricks on you.
I am an ordinary forensic scientist. But secretly, I use my speed to fight crime and find others like me. And one day I'll find who killed my mother and get justice for my father. That day is today.
We had an incompetent administration, we had an incompetent president, and because of a crooked election, millions of people are dead. And by the way, the Israeli thing was much harder to get settled because of the best administration, okay? It's called The Snake.
I'm on TV. Hi, Rick Santoro. Hello, Richard Santoro. I'm Ricky, and I am the king! A couple of...
And this is the Snake Eyes movies. Now, if you don't know, I watched the Nicolas Cage movies. He wasn't my favorite, but Nicolas Cage is a code name. Nick, the devil in the cage, pretty much, because you know Nick, short for Nicholas. Saint Nick is the devil. So Nicholas in the cage, pretty much saying the devil in the cage, pretty much. So he said it right there. Saint Nick, the devil trapped in a Tom caged rat. I don't know.
Sausage, Canadian bacon. Listen, why don't you just get to the watch and save time, all right? Look, I got business. Call me back in 5. There he is! There's the man whose life I want!
And now, the distinguished Secretary of Defense.
Great idea. Put a flashing light on your head while you're at it.
Oh, why are you so uptight? It's fight night!
Running security tonight. I got a lot on my mind.
Watch carefully.
That seem right to you?
Kevin, that is right in so many ways.
The devil in the red, or the lady in the red dress, which represents the devil in the red dress, or the devil wears Prada. Pretty much soon, anytime you see the lady in a red dress, just know that's a distraction, a setup for something else that's gonna happen.
Oh, I mean, beautiful woman alone at a fight?
A crime is about to be committed.
Now listen to me, Mr. Secretary. I am telling you, you're the one that's going to be sorry.
You will be a witness.
Lucifer Morningstar, the devil, have returned to heaven to rule as God Almighty.
I stopped watching that after a couple, I forgot what season, but I stopped watching it because, I stopped watching it.
And it's all thanks to one woman, a woman with the mind of a genius, a woman I adore with all of my heart. Greatest therapist the world has ever known, Dr. Linda Martin, MD, PSYD, master in science, master in technology, master of the universe.
And the masters of the universe. I am Adam, Prince of Eternia and defender of the secrets of Castle Grayskull.
A sign from God, just hours after the Pope announced his surprise resignation.
Now listen, old world buildings was like that was made to harness electricity out of the air, which is the ether, okay? They would use, I think they would use like copper, bronze, which is those bronze balls that be at the top or around buildings. Sometimes you see bronze, copper, like a wire or something like that. I think they had some gold in there. It might have been, but pretty much them old world buildings was like that. So a lot of them was like power stations, like we have today. Buildings with generators and shit in them, but you would think they're regular office buildings, and you would have never knew. But those cathedrals and shit was like that. That was a testament to a time where we didn't have to do what we do today and work all day. We had nothing but time to create beautiful things. But also, that was how they had free energy. We could all have free energy today. Everybody, you realize we just give them money to, shout out to my brother. He said this too on the phone that day, on a 4-hour phone call. He said, literally, which if you think about it, that's literally all they do. We literally just give them money to press a button to turn on your phone, or we just give them a piece of paper to pretty much do whatever service is free in the first place. All we doing is exchanging a piece of paper for a service, something of value back for their service, which is not really a value. But we really don't even have to give them nothing. All they got to do is just push the button and your phone will be back turned on, or whatever, however they get the electricity to the house, push the button or whatever, right? Just let the energy come. Because if you think about it, it's already really free. We just giving, there's nothing they're doing probably, I mean, it's something they're doing different because it's not coming directly from the buildings anymore, but now they got it to where they can gauge it and monitor it and all this other stuff to where they can tax you for it. But before then, it was just coming from the building itself.
The heavens over Rome opened and the top of St. Peter's Basilica was struck by lightning. As the sky was lit up by the huge bolt, it led to speculation as to whether Benedict XVI's boss was less than happy with the news. The apparent divine intervention came as the 85-year-old pontiff sent shockwaves through the church on Monday after announcing his retirement, the first pope to do so in 700 years, saying he no longer had the mental or physical strength to carry on.
This is Cringer, my fearless friend. Fabulous secret powers were revealed to me the day I held aloft my magic sword and said, "By the power of Grayskull!"
That That's also a ladder you have to go. They go. I think he gonna put the pyramid and stuff all at the end of the video that shows the pyramid scheme of how it worked. But tonight, on my last video, I broke down kind of the structure of how the organization works. It's not just Freemasonry, like one organization, and then that's one organization. The G, what everybody be calling out, the G with the square and the compass, but also is a sextant. That is, they literally, bro, they have, you can't pinpoint them out. That's why they say they everywhere, but nowhere at the same time, because it's different organizations within Freemasonry. And to become the highest Mason, the 33rd degree, you have to go through all the order, whatever side I guess you entered on, because there's two different sides. I think you work your way up and then go to the other side or something like that. I don't know, but they got like he said, Knights of Templars. First you start off as like the Blue Lodge, and that's the regular basics. After that, then you'll go up, you'll do some like type of test or something like that, supposedly to see something about some morals. If you feel like people should be governed, then, or I guess that's just like that or something. If you feel like people should be governed, or if you feel like society should be free, like in the people's hands, and they'll put you on this side, which is probably the side which actually know the truth, which is like the Scottish Rite, I think, and all them big ones. Then on the that's the left side. Then on the right side, they got the York Rite or something like that, and then I think something is the regular other sides over here. And yeah, I'm listening. I'm gonna do a video on that too.
Just moments ago, former President Bill Clinton has.
And then at the bottom, it's like the rails. And then at the bottom, it's like you go up the steps on the side. Then at the bottom, on the inside, it's like there's people entering. Then on the in the inner pyramid, like on the bottom of the pyramid, it's like the regular, like the fraternities or the regular organization. You know what I'm saying? Like Demolay or the what you call it, the Order of the Eastern Star. Those is like down there. But as you climb up, that's how you on both sides you get to the highest degree, which most people don't get to unless you're got power, a whole lot of power of some sort, or you're rubbing elbows with those families or some shit like that. But you're not really just gonna become a 33rd degree Mason because you worked your way up.
Released a statement on the ceasefire deal between Israel and Hamas. The horrors, I'm reading verbatim, the horrors of the October 7th, 2023 attack on Israel and the conflict they reignited have resulted in unbearable human loss, it reads. It has been hard to watch and nearly impossible to rationalize. It reads, I'm grateful that a ceasefire has taken hold, that the last 20 living hostages have been freed, and that desperately needed aid has begun to flow into Gaza.
Cringer became the mighty Battle Cat, and I became He-Man, the most powerful man in the universe. Only 3 others share this secret. Our friends, the Sorceress, Man-at-Arms, and Orko. Together we defend Castle Grayskull from the evil forces of Skeletor.
You can do this. I gotta go fast.
And the hardest thing to spot will be the truth.
I'm a homicide detective and a material witness. You can't hold 14,000 people. Those are 14,000 eyewitnesses!
We got 1,500 cameras.
Now, if you don't know, I'm pretty sure everybody knows now, but that Snake Eyes movie was predicting Charlie Kirk's death.
Casino side, 720 on the hotel side. What are you looking for?
There's a phantom. This movie right here.
You sat down exactly when they wanted you to. They didn't miss him with that second shot. Missed you. I'm betting that the redhead you followed is the same person who told Tyler to throw the fight. She's 1. Shooter's 2. Tyler's 3. The drunk who shouted the signal's 4. And whoever was on the other end of that radio was 5. 5 people make a conspiracy, right?
It sounds like he's conducting a very dangerous investigation.
They just told you right there, there was chaos agents. Listen, go look at, shout out to Industry Host, go check out his channel. When I seen that, that's what really woke my eyes up to how, like, I already knew the news was fake, but that like opened my eyes way more. Like I really wasn't asleep no more. I was fully awake and ready to go, you know what I'm saying? Like, them people, when you go watch that, them people don't even be for real crying on the news. They just paid actors. Paid off actors and shit. They don't even for real be crying. You see no tears. Like, bro. They just told you they have chaos agents and they have scripted or I forgot what they call those people, but crisis actors. And they have crisis actors.
I'm not gonna let you kill her. Please, Rick. You're all alone on this.
What y'all think those in the arms of an angel? What y'all think that was, man? That was that was scripted. That was what I just call them again? I just forgot what I called them because they ain't got it. But that's who they is, bro. What is that called? Scripted. I just forgot what I said. But that's what they literally call them, bro. Chaos agents, and them was yeah, pretty much that was fake. It was fake, and that money was not going to them. Why would they be over there filming them people? And not even that. Shout out to my brother. How them people gonna be full? But I mean, how them people gonna be starving? But they stomachs looking like they a couple months pregnant. Some of them. Them was scripted actors. Them dog commercials. Donate to these commercials. They show them sad looking animals and shit. They do that because they're harvesting your energy. They're trying to take your energy. Whenever you feel sad or mad or whatever emotion you conjure up and you give to them through that screen, them actors, that's literally, they're trying to take your energy. That's all they're doing, like vampirism.
The house wins.
Please let me in. I'm lost. My name's Elvin Turner. I'm on a walking trip. Got lost in the storm. Excuse me.
What do you want from us?
Help me. No, please. In the name of mercy, help me.
What you saw is not a man. It is the devil himself. Otherwise known as the Dark Angel, Ahriman, Asmodeus, Belial, Diabolus. The devil. I had him in a cell before he knew what happened.
But if he's the devil, how do you keep him locked up?
With the staff for truth. One barrier he cannot pass.
Isn't it possible you might have made a mistake?
No.
I believe you, brother. I promise to keep your secret. You said you were the devil. You don't believe him, do you? No, of course not.
and reality collide. An ancient organization has vowed to defend us from unspeakable evil.
And I have never heard of this on TNT. When I used to watch TV, and I rarely watch TNT, but when I did, it's because a certain movie was going to come on, or something like that. But I can't recall if I remember this or not.
They are the Legendary Legion.
What?
What?
The League of Highly Gifted Historians.
That's not even close.
The Society of...
Lift off the wooden boat.
Is this all that holds you in?
Yes, lift it off.
Why haven't you done it yourself?
Please, there's no time for talk. Hurry!
Stop! No cap. He really could have just lifted that mug up himself. Like, eggs, no. I wonder did people realize that back then when they was watching that.
Stop! Stop!
The Federation of... The Order of the Sun...
No.
The Guardians of the... The Council? They're,
Seriously?
Who are you guys?
We're the librarians.
Really?
Yep, you got it.
Okay. The Librarians.
With the return of magic to the world, all sorts of odd things are waking up. Don't touch anything!
And y'all remember when, I don't know why that just made this pop up in my head, but y'all remember when, supposedly, when all them cops, like 100 cops arrived at that mall, I forgot where it was, but 100 cops arrived at that mall because some teenagers or something, some kids was shooting some fireworks or something like that. But supposedly it was really because of they seen some type of monster or something like that, or it was some type of demon there or something. So I seen this thing, supposedly this theory, where I forgot who I was watching. I'm gonna see if I can find it. I think it might have been Jay Dreamers. I don't think it was him. I don't know. I forgot who it was. But I was watching something, and he said they can open up portals in the mall. And that would make sense why that happened. They supposedly seen some type of giant thing, some type of giant alien. I don't know what it was, but that makes sense.
I think you broke Africa.
It's not unusual, it happens every day. No matter what you say, you find it happens all the time.
Chance to save the world every week. I love this job.
The Librarian.
Well, a site has been selected for President Trump's presidential library, and it'll be right here in Florida.
Today, state leaders agreed to hand over land to the president's foundation with the intent that it be used to build a museum to his 2 terms in office. Fox 13's Evan Axelbank has more.
Well, Florida didn't become a solidly red state until President Trump took office back in 2016. And now that it is a solidly red state, the museum will be a permanent reminder of the impact that he had on Florida politics and also showcase the 8 years that he will spend in office remaking America itself in his image.
Valerian, Sutton, Mueller, Salazar, and Benya. All no mas.
The man is crazy. He's the devil incarnate. He seemed to have formed an extraordinary bond with Edward Constantine.
You mean the late Edward Constantine?
And I don't know why when I seen that Miami, popped in my head. It made me think of, and how old it was, the date. It made me think of Miami Vice, GTA. And I think it's gonna. I think it might show a GTA like little preview of what they had, like an ad or something, or it might have been on a different video of him that I watched. But it made me think of. I'm gonna have to go do some research. Somebody else, y'all can do it too as well. But this is just theory. Is it just me, or do GTA come out when big events happen, or something change within the atmosphere of the world, the energy of the world when it change? Because why is GTA 6 finna come out now, or not finna come? I don't know when it's coming out, but it's gonna come out probably soon. And now we have like the government shutting down and a whole lot of shit just happening right now. People waking up. Like, what if it's supposed to be like more like the real life world? What if I'm gonna do that conspiracy? I'm gonna search something on that, because it might be something behind that.
And now he feels he must avenge his friend's death.
When's the funeral?
Tomorrow.
Whoever did the wire will be there tomorrow. We're gonna find him and exterminate him.
Streets will be moving hard and quick.
With Constantine dead, it's gonna continue to come down hard and quick.
Incapable of emotion or regard for human life, a classic psychopath.
If Rev takes out any more of these guys, you and I are gonna be out of business, partner.
By snuffing everyone on the list until he gets the right one.
To his mind, it makes perfect sense. Process of elimination, in the truest sense of the term.
Taking a dirt nap after that ragdoll today.
I got lucky.
Luck don't cover it, JB. You got an angel looking after you.
Maybe it's something else.
Y'all just seen what his code name is. Listen, watch what he break down with the Rothschild's name. I hope it's in this video. But watch what it watch. And that's, boy.
Story goes that he'll be normal during the day, but at night, in the presence of evil, the rider takes over.
The Freedom Tower is Miami's testament to Cubans who came here to find freedom. Soon, a new building will be next door, documenting a presidency that his backers say was all about freedom, but whose opponents insist was the opposite.
President Trump has a great story to tell. As a Florida resident, I think it's quite fitting that we house it.
The Florida cabinet handed over $67 million worth of land just south of Miami's famed Freedom Tower, which had belonged to Miami-Dade College. They're giving it to the nonprofit building, the 45th and 47th President's Museum and Library. Construction must begin within 5 years, which would be about a year after he leaves office for the second time and 14 years after his victory over Hillary Clinton.
It was great. I mean, you guys have got to try the cold chai.
I've had it. Did you talk about vice presidential possibilities with Senator Warren?
You guys have got to try.
Now listen, I seen this video where this dude, where when you talk, like, okay, so you know, sound can disrupt the way you talk, right? Or just make you, like, sound can be used as a weapon. That they have sound control, they have something where they will they can, like, the dog over there asleep, ignore that. But Snow, she over there asleep. But okay, but we're like a crowd control. If it's a mob or something like that, like a crowd of people, they can use the sound, a high pitch frequency sound or something like that, to hurt, like it move you out the way. Okay, so there's this this dude, I can't think because the dog Snow. Dang. Okay, but there's this dude that he put a magnet on his head, and when he tried to talk, or it was like a pulse or something like that, static shock or something like that, and when he talked, it stopped his talk, and he would talk like this. So I feel like they've been with Project or Monarch Butterfly or MK Ultra. Yes, they probably is doing some psychological breakdown, but I feel like they also, the ones that be having malfunctions like that, they either is already robots or some form of robot maybe, or they got like a computer. They already had the Neuralink chip in their head for a cool minute. Because why do they? There's go search. Let me see what you can search so it can pop up. He might have some videos. I don't know, but go search malfunction or MK Ultra malfunctions on stage or something like that, or MK Ultra malfunctions on TV, and it should pop up stuff like this of all types of people. Some dude, I forgot that one dude name, but he a black dude. He be on TV all the time. Dang, I forgot his name, but he got the glasses, and he just got froze on TV one time. And was stuck there. I forgot his name, but yeah, there's all types of, so I feel like they already been had maybe some type of chips in their head or something.
A cold chai.
Because why would she just tweak out like that and then start talking about something that's just right there in her hand, just something random. Cold chai, you gotta try this. Them people was looking at her like, okay, why? I think you gotta do a rewind on it. Watch how these people face it. They're like, what the fuck going on with you? watch Is Jesus a Vampire movie. Cause I ain't gonna lie, that looked like a Jewish dude when he came out of that cell and he transformed into a vampire. Go watch Is Jesus a Vampire movie. Video. Shout out to Pushy Push.
You've saved my life. Why?
I'm not a murderer. I looked into your eyes and I saw honor.
I owe you. You're going home.
I don't have a home.
Not yours.
Listen, and I upload every day, so I'm not, I'm not none of that. I'm not finna overdose, I'm not finna OD, I'm not finna Kobe, I'm not finna Zoe, I'm not finna do none of that. Nigga, I am perfectly, normally fine. I upload every day. If not one video, maybe 2 or 3. So if you don't see me uploading no more, you know what happened to me. And you know what I say, if it rhyme is true. Nigga, I don't care though. I'm speaking out until I get a motherfucking reel, until somebody come knock at my door or something and tell me to stop. I'm not stopping, nigga. Cause the whole world waking up. So if you coming after me, I mean, hey, it's for me. I'm just exposing what's already out there and putting the kick. I'm putting the connections together like a plug, you feel me? That's all I'm doing.
What is it exactly you do?
For 600 years, our ninja have brought peace to the world. But things have changed. I need warriors like you to become the future of the clan.
It's yours, if you want it.
Let's go.
I can't change your past. I can offer you something more important. A home.
I came to make you an offer, Tommy.
Call me Storm Shadow.
Listen, I had kind of a pressing appointment, but I thought you might run into a roadblock, so I asked someone to drop by. Well,
Mike?
sir?
Randall?
Donald. Mr. Trump here wrote The Art of the Deal. Then he wrote a new bestseller, The Art of the Comeback.
2 books. Wow. Well, sit down. Well, that must have been tough coming.
And I don't even, like I said, I don't even know what I just said when I said OD. Now I'm thinking about it. I'm not finna die in no helicopter crash. I'm not finna Zoe. I'm not finna go crazy, act like I'm crashing out type shit like she was doing. That Lindsay Lohan, that lady, whoever played on Zoe 101. I'm not finna Britney either, shit. But I know I was just rhyming words. But you know what I say? If it rhyme, it's true. So I'm not doing none of that. I'm good.
That much material?
No.
It's been hard getting started, though, right?
First day, 9 chapters.
9 chapters.
You should call your next book The Art of Not Helping.
Michael Faraday!
This is like stepping back in time.
The past is prologue, Michael. Men like us have to keep looking to the future.
I've been going over this Millennium Project proposal. There's some great stuff in here. I do think you should tone down the Armageddon end of days rhetoric.
No need to worry, Michael. I have some good news. I'm the Messiah.
That's a good job. That's great. You start with that and keep them light.
No, Michael. I'm serious. The chosen one. The king of kings.
Damn, that nigga ugly from the side. I just scared my dog, my ball. My bad. Why that nigga look like that from the side? Bro, my nigga look like he had a kangaroo cap on and shit from the side. Hell no, boy. Man, get your alley cat lick looking ass on, boy.
And the Omega. You're looking at him.
On her way to work one morning, down the path alongside the lake, a tender-hearted woman saw a poor half-frozen snake. His pretty colored skin had been all frosted with the dew. Oh, well, she cried, I'll take you in and I'll take care of you. Take me in, oh tender woman. Take me in, for heaven's sake. Take me in, tender woman. Sighed the snake.
When this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious.
And shout out, I did a video. Go watch my video. I forgot what it's called. I think it's about Donald Trump. Donald Trump prophecy. Go watch my video on that because it talk about 88. Shout out to The Truth Is. I mean, not The Truth Is. Truth. Shattered Paradise. But they got another page that I keep trying to say Truth Router. But it's called Shattered Paradise, the one I reacted to, I believe. But they got another page called Truth Router. But they break down what the 88 is. And that, guess who, just go watch it.
But a bright line in the sand, and we will protect you, that I can tell you, and we will say enough is enough. On her way to work one morning, down the path along the lake, a tender-hearted woman saw a poor, half-frozen snake. His pretty colored skin had been all frosted with the dew. Poor thing, she cried, I'll take you in and I'll take care of you.
That's the order of the dang, I think that's the Shriners. That's the Shriners, I believe. That's the Shriners, I think. But I think it's called Order of something though, but it's the Shriners.
Take me in, O tender.
Why is all of these political, like government figures around all these Jewish people? They run it. I know y'all didn't heard, they run the industry. It's more than that. The music industry, they run more than that.
Take me in, for heaven's sake. Take me in, O tender woman, sighed the vicious snake.
And if something, listen, if anything happens tragically, just know I am under attack. If anything happens tragically with me or maybe even around me, I don't want to even say that, but just know the enemy is out for me. But your boy ain't going. I'ma go out this bit like, hey, nigga, no 50 Cent, but nigga, I'ma die trying.
She wrapped him up all cozy in a comforter of silk and laid him by her fireside with some honey and some milk. She hurried home from work that night, and as soon as she arrived...
Oh, y'all seen that? That's the pyramid right there that I was talking about. Now look at that. You see how the people is at the bottom. Hold on, let me let that go off real quick, the thing, because that's in the way. But the people is at the bottom, right? Then you got religion controlled by one side. Then they got because they got this side and that side, right? But you got all those in the middle. That's the TV shows, religion, and the government, police, court, all that. Then you got all the other corporations, like that's like them corporations is like the parent corporation, like is like the parent corporation, the top part. That's the real corporations that own all of that. Pfizer, that's why on the news you'll see sponsored by Pfizer, brought to you by Pfizer, and all that other shit. The ExxonMobil, IBM, all them. Then you got the middle central banks, tax revenue, banking internationals, and then boom, you got the think tanks, which is the UN, the United Nations. Then from the United Nations, it branches off to what you have pretty much in the World Population Control. Okay, I didn't see those right there. That's World Population Control above the population / workers, the workforce, right? Then you got the World Resource Control, which is all the real companies of those companies, which is how you could have food companies bunched in with cleaning product companies under the same corporation, because it's literally, they're all owned by one person, but, well, one individual person. All those companies isn't owned just by people like me and you. Then you got the central banks and all that other, but the think tanks, the UN, that's where it divides into other categories, and that is like the governments. You got the intelligence. You got the pretty much what dude explained in the last video, kinda. That branches that go search the Wikipedia page, okay? Then you got the Committee of 300. And then the rest of those at the top, which is all the people you ain't gonna really even know about like that.
From work that night, and as soon as she arrived, she found that pretty snake she'd taken in.
Because them is the real controllers, that's why.
Had been revived. Take me in, O tender woman. Take me in, for heaven's sake.
And read all of these. If you gotta pause it. But read all of these, man, because it will add other connections that you've had, like dots, neurons that need to be connected. You got them right there. They just need to be connected now. That these literally might help with that. Then it's gonna click in your head and be like, oh. That's where you get that light bulb on top of your head in cartoons, because it's gonna for real click to you.
And O tender woman, sighed that vicious snake. She clutched him to her bosom. You're so beautiful, she cried. But if I hadn't brought you in by now, oh heavens, you would have died. She stroked his pretty skin again and kissed him and held him tight. But instead of saying thank you, that snake gave her a vicious bite.
Now, the red sign, read that. Please read that. I'll read it for you. Following his father's death, Bauer, I guess, returns to Frankfurt to take over his father's business. Bauer recognizes the is that where you get Eddie Bauer from? I don't even know. But recognizes the significance of the red hexagram and changes his name from Bauer to Rothschild after the red hexagram, or sign signifying. I don't know why the fuck I can't say that right now. 666 hanging over the entrance door. Rot is German for red, and I guess Schild or child, but Schild, I guess however they say it, is German for sign. Red sign. You see the lady in the red dress? That's a red sign of something is going to happen.
Take me in, O tender woman. Take me in, for heaven's sake.
And also a distraction. But because the lady will distract you sometimes from seeing something, but, or vice versa, a dude can do it too, but. Okay, so yeah, just pause all in and read them.
O tender woman,
just
sighed.
All the places they took over, they got colors mean something to them too. Colors mean something to them too. Purple is for like royalty and something else, witchcraft or something like the magic, some other shit. Man, that's why the queen or whatever her name was, they wear purple and shit like that. For that purple cape sometimes or something like that.
Vicious sake.
But they associate it with purple because that's royalty.
I've saved you, cried the woman. And you've bitten me, heavens, why? You know your bite is poisonous, and now I'm going to die. Oh, shut up, silly woman, said the reptile with a grin. You knew damn well I was a snake before you
The Skull and Bones, one of the presidents, George W. Bush, I believe, and somebody else, his father or something, or his son. They was one, and some other, everybody that comes out of there is always prone to be something in the society, controlling something. Look at all that Donald Trump 6th-floor penthouse exposes his idol sun god Apollo, son of Zeus. The sun god Apollo equals Baal, Horus, which is another deity or another god in ancient Kemet or Egypt. Ra, another one too, ancient Egypt. Tammuz, the all-seeing eye. Now, you realize when you see them old pictures and they got that like a circle and it's a yellow circle behind their head, that is representing the sun. Like they said, that's sun worship. Guess who else has that sun behind his head in some paintings? Jesus. Go watch my Is Jesus a Vampire video.
Be in.
Donald Trump's good friend, convicted pervert Jeffrey Epstein, is back in the news, but that's not the only creepy sex scandal. The fluffy Bouffant has I don't know what that's it. Involved himself in. He also fired a woman from his TV show because she didn't want to reach out to Bill Cosby. Well, and she's wearing a red dress. Is that her sign? The red sign. I saw the sign. It opened up my eyes. I saw the sign.
Does that explain it, folks? Does that explain it?
Like you said, does that explain it, folks? I hope it explains it. In me. Some of y'all didn't even notice all that symbolism already. When that symbolism, when they were walking in front of them places and they had it covering up like they was naked. Not only does this show it, but Sinners also. When that dude was playing in that bar, that when they opened up that business, he was a famous jazz blues player, which is also based off that real character that went to the crossroads, which is also a symbol or a representation meaning of the pentagram, which crosses and looks like railroads. That that was off of him. I forgot his name. But yeah, it was some blues player. They showed how music can take over and possess you. They showed that in the building, the barn was burning down, and then it was like making them travel back in time or something like that. And then it attracted the vampires over to them. They had to knock on the door because you only can let them in. Go watch Is Jesus a Vampire? My video. Shout out to Bushy Bush. Cause I just seen that connection. I just made that right now. That was a download from the True Creator right there. That was just on the spot. Well, I mean, it's all on the spot. Let me not say that. It's all on the spot. But some of this is, I remember the connections I made from when I first watched it. Yeah, don't think I ain't, cause this ain't none of this scripted. I just go off, I just turn it on and get to going. I don't have to do no acting, scripting, none of that. If I want to do that, I would have made one of them prank channels or some shit where I gotta take a couple days to upload, and I'm gonna be tired of doing YouTube because I ain't got nothing else to think of and do. No, as long as this keep on going on in the world, I can keep on going on with these videos. Until then, I guess the world either ended or it's reset or it got better. I don't know, but I ain't stopping until these videos stop. So I guess that ain't gonna be never. Yep, that's the end of that though. But man, yeah, please go watch that video. I keep mentioning His Jesus because that just made all type of more other connections for that video. And watch the one, that same one that day too. The one down before that, or yeah, before that. I don't know how you, but go watch those. Shoot, watch all of them because they all making connections. Man. It's a government shutdown, but what government? We ain't ever had one in the first place. Since like 1841. I'm surprised if it even ever been one when it was created. But I catch y'all on the next one. Hey, I hope, shit, I ain't gonna lie. I'm just living the way I'm gonna live. Shit, I ain't worried about nothing. No French Montana, no cap. Nah, I ain't worried about the government. None of that. None of that. I ain't gonna get cap to you. I'm just chilling, exposing this bullshit. And I'm just glad a lot of people waking up, man. I'll catch y'all on the next one.
Y'all be so worried about handlers in Hollywood, not realizing you have handlers in your own family. A handler's job is not just to keep a person in line, they are to maintain a certain frequency within the bloodline also. Wealthy families have them, and so do families that are poverty-stricken. And I'm gonna describe to you what they probably look like and how you can use their chaos to your advantage. Now, a family handler in poverty looks like someone who has, went away into like a structured workplace, like military or law enforcement. And they'll probably say, oh, they got away because they wanted something different for their lives, but yet they still contribute to the frequency in the family of poverty. And with that, they probably live nowhere near that poverty-stricken family. And they do it on purpose because if I live nowhere near you, right, and I just tell you what I want you to know about me, that's the only thing you're going to know. Or you can judge me by different things that I do so that I plant an idea in your head about me. For example, the family handler in poverty, they'll probably send a little money every now and then, or if there is a person in the family who needs a big favor financially, they're, likely to do it. However, they're never going to steer away from telling everyone that, hey, this person asked this from me and they never gave it back. They do a great job at keeping their communication with the family at a minimum. They specifically only tolerate and deal with those individuals with a lower frequency. In particular, a parent of such who has a child that could possibly disrupt the family's frequency of being in poverty. So they latch on to that parent. And they kind of become, you know, a confidant in a sense. You send money every now and then, but it's never enough to make a huge difference. But because we're dealing with people that are living in poverty, anything is better than nothing. And they latch on to that individual, right? Even though they know that person of lower frequency is not, you know, always telling the truth about what their role is when it comes to, you know, the family. Meaning, oh, I do this for everyone, right? They over exaggerate, and the handler knows that. And just like that person with that low frequency is never going to actually speak up and tell the handler, hey, I don't want to be a part of that, because the handler knows they're going to keep wanting the trinkets. They're going to keep wanting the attention. The handler purposely communicates with very specific people, and other people, they don't do it that often. Why, you may ask? To create Stockholm syndrome, where when this person finally does reach out, everybody jumps up and they want to speak to them. And you're almost willing to tell everything in fear that they won't call for a long time again. They also do it to purposely alienate people. And you may think, man, that just sounds like a regular person. But it's not. Because the way the handler makes themselves look like they got it all together. You know, they went off, they got this career, you know, they have all these assets. Then why use your influence for bad? Why not use your influence to uplift the newer generation coming into the family? And most importantly, use your influence for that next generation's parents so that the frequency of poverty within the family line can change. Why use it to start and spread more chaos? By making those parents think that they are correct in the actions of how they're raising their children, because the handler told me so. The handler said I was doing a good job. That's what makes them the handler. Because if the parents never have a direct influence on changing the next generation's mind when it comes to poverty, then now that next generation has an internal conflict. Because it's like, hey, I want to do more because I see more, but at the same time, the family in which I come from don't think anything's wrong. Now, I could go on and on about more details of the handler, but I'm going to tell you this. You can use their chaos, right, for your advantage. Because structured chaos is actually not bad. You first start by not identifying with the loop. Meaning, hey, if they want to believe that this is right because someone else is telling them, then let them believe. All the people that the handler is able to influence, let them influence it. But don't you make it your job or your core purpose to try to undo what they have done. Another way is to stay authentic. Stay authentic, because the handler hopes with time that you will succumb, you know, to being poverty stricken, just like the rest of the lineage. And if you really want to put a little razzle dazzle on it, like you are very close to the handler yourself, ask them for good advice. Ask them for positivity, not the negative. Watch how quick they get away from you. Hold them accountable when they come around. For starting drama, watch how quick they get away from you. And if you want an even more detailed plan, because maybe the handler is somebody much closer to you than you could ever imagine, you can book a sacred one-on-one session with me. I love you, family.